How are you doing, folks? I'm JW, and welcome to another edition of Twinsburg Training. As we stagger to the town square Saturday morning in preparation for the Double Take Parade, it's really easy to forget all the stuff we need or we could use. Now remember, we're going to spend the entire day outside, most of it in the sun. We need to make sure we keep ourselves comfortable. Every year, I see someone running to the Walgreens across the street or the Giant Eagle across the street for a couple of things they just forgot until it was almost too late. So today we're going to talk about what to throw into our bags on Festival Saturday. Now I'm actually going to start by recommending some things to wear. The first one is a comfortable pair of shoes. Now plenty of folks are going to say they're going to be alright walking around in flip-flops or even heels. Keep in mind that you're going to walk about 20,000 steps. I know I do. You're going to walk 20,000 steps on Festival Saturday, and the last thing we want is to walk 5,000 steps, develop a blister, or hurt our ankles, and then have 15,000 steps to go. We don't want to do that. Now, some of you will be okay with flip-flops, some of you. The rest of us want to wear a good pair of athletic shoes. We also want to make sure we lace them tightly enough to have a little compression to keep our feet from moving around too much inside the shoe. We don't want our shoes to rub up against our feet. While we're at it, I'd invest in some moisture-wicking socks from Under Armour. Is my personal favorite, of course. You can also get them from Adidas or some off-brands. That's a good idea too. Now the other thing I want to recommend is that you wear a good hat. A hat is great for keeping the sun off your face, sometimes off your shoulders. Something like this is available at a lot of major stores. It's really nice, has a nice little strap, so you can just take it off, or you can just scrunch it up, fold it up, put it in your bag. It's really handy and convenient. Usually they don't cost very much, and they can make things a lot more comfortable for you. Now it's going to be really easy for you to figure that there are two of you, so each of you can pack half the gear, right? Well, it works great until one of you forgets something, or the two of you get separated, you need something right away. It's another good plan that doesn't always work out in practice. So there are a couple of things I recommend that each of you packs for yourself. For instance, sunscreen, that's a big one. In fact, with sunscreen, especially if you're wearing a tank top, I recommend setting your alarm every 2 hours. Just spray a little bit on. Of course, I recommend the spray sunscreen. And another thing you want to bring is a bottle of water. They do sell bottles at the festival, of course, but for the parade, if you need some water, you want to get it right away. I also recommend that you bring your own umbrella. Why? Because it's the Midwest. Anyone who's from anywhere in the Midwest knows that it could rain at any time. Doesn't really matter what the forecast says, right? So each of you can bring your own umbrella, moleskin in case you do get blisters. If you have any injuries or are susceptible to them, get an ace bandage or brace for ankles, knees, whatever. Very important for you to keep safe for those last 10,000 steps or what have you. The other thing a lot of people overlook is cash. Now, a lot of places take credit cards now, but not everyone. And even when they do, cash is a lot faster, especially if the internet reception isn't all that great. You can pay for something right away. Like I said, get something a lot faster. It's a lot more convenient for you. Now, I also recommend bringing a good backpack. A lot of times people want to bring a tote bag or a handbag. A backpack is going to be a lot easier to walk with. You don't you don't feel like you have to carry your weight to one side, you don't feel like you have to lean over. And not to mention, with the backpacks, or even if you do use a handbag, you want to make sure that you make a list of everything you need. Check it the night before, make sure you have everything. The idea is, after all the dancing Friday night at the Bertram, I mean, come on, we all know that things can go until like 2, 3 in the morning. We want to make sure we can just wake up, grab the bag, and go. So you want to make sure that you get everything done the night before. Now, of course, things aren't that simple for everyone. As my friend Alyssa has pointed out, some of you are going to be in costume. That takes a little bit of extra planning. Fortunately, if you're parked in the high school lot, there's shuttle service between there and the entrance to the festival, so you can keep your gear in the trunk of your car. It won't get nearly as hot if you keep it in the trunk, of course. Make sure you have all the supplies I noticed, plus a change of clothes. Again, if you're going to be there in costume, you want to make sure you have jeans and a t-shirt to change into, and again, those comfortable shoes. I mean, I understand if you're in costume, sometimes you got to wear the heels or what have you, but you want to make sure you change into something comfortable. I've seen that happen a number of times. The people who change are always a little bit better off for it. Of course, you want to add some things to your list probably. You want to customize it for yourself, which is a great idea. Whatever works for you. The main priority is to write down the list, make sure you have everything in your bag by Friday evening. It's going to save you some sunburn, going to save you 10,000 painful steps, and it's going to save you potentially a last-minute wind sprint to and from Giant Eagle before the parade. Once again, I'm JW, your Twinsburg trainer.